Hey guys, it's Doc. Last video ended abruptly, and I thought I'd explain that. I bought a chinesium 4.5-inch grinder, and I was cutting parts. We'll flip it around. I was cutting some parts off of the Jaguar body to put in the suspension. And as you can see, I don't think it could fit up any better. I mean, it literally, but so this chinesium angle grinder, when you pulled the trigger, every time it stayed running. And I was cutting these parts off. I had it vice gripped here, in here, and I had the piece across, and I was sitting like this. And at the last cut, the grinder caught, pulled out of my hand, shot across the piece of metal, and ran on my knee for a little bit, and then kicked off and did a death spiral on the ground until I unplugged it. At this point, if you're squeamish, you should look away for 2 seconds. Yeah, I know, pretty gnarly, isn't it? Gross. Well, that did a lot of damage to my knee. It's not horrible, but it's, what is it, 5 stitches, give or take. A couple of steri strips to hold some other cuts down, and I lost a perfectly good pair of pants. Safety first, guys. I knew the thing was dangerous. I shouldn't have used it. I had even bought a new one to replace it already. My good old Porter cable. My last one that I had was a Porter cable before I bought that ridiculous chinesium one. And now I got this one. And some people hate them, but it's lasted 10 years, the last one. So we'll see how this one works. But back to the project at hand. Notice the Jaguar power steering fits just perfectly in between the frame rails. I've got to make some brackets for the sway bar links, because that's where the sway bar links are, so we're that far away from the frame. And the links to hold everything centered and to the front here fit. I mean, once I weld that on, my goodness. And then the only thing left is these rear mounts. And I don't know how big of a spacer I'm going to put in them yet. I've got to drop a plumb bob and see how things are doing. But it's a short video, I know. I had to spend a couple of days not out here because, ouch, I wasn't impressed. And, well, actually, I could barely walk. But there's this side, see, same deal. If you ever decide you want to put a Jaguar front suspension under one of these trucks, this one's a 50, I forget, 51 or 53. It's almost a bolt-in. It doesn't get any easier than this. And the Jaguar lug pattern is your standard Chevy 5 lug. What is it? 5 on 4 3/4, something like that. I don't know. I forget. But yeah, I'll be taking this block out here shortly. Maybe I'll shoot a video on that. But yeah, I've got to make some brackets for the sway bar. I got to weld some brackets to the frame, and I have to make my spacers for the rear mounts. Maybe make a shock tower somehow. But I might wait till I get an inner fender to see what I do with that. But again, everything ended pretty quick last time. So like, subscribe. See you later.